Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I have another quick comparison video for you guys today, and it's these two beautiful card holders. They're actually both quite thought after in a way that they're both a little bit difficult to get at this point. So I have here the Chanel Caviar classic flap card holder, and the version that I have doesn't have the back Mona Lisa pocket. And I have the Hermes Calvi card holder in the, I guess, silver hardware. But yeah, and I have been using the Hermes one since I got it. So it's been maybe about a couple months now. So I kind of like let my Chanel card holder take a break, and I only been using my Hermes one. So I already mentioned, I guess, the Chanel one is the caviar leather with the gold hardware, and it's still in fairly decent condition. The hardware has some fine line hairline scratches. And inside you have the Chanel imprint logo here, or the brand here, and then this one is made in Italy. It has two kind of it has one card slot and one kind of main compartment that's relatively larger. And it's snap button closure, so it's very similar. It kind of always gives me the same feel when I use this one and my walk, like, because the snap closure is the same, the caviar leather they both have is very similar. It's very nice and shiny. I really adore this one. This one I've had it for over a year now, 2 years, and I do use it quite regularly, and still in amazing shape. Like no wear on the corners. I don't baby it whatsoever because it's black and it's caviar. Honestly, the caviar leather, especially the earlier ones, I really truly think they are in such great quality, and you know, it maintains the really nice shine. The version similar to my walk, I think the version or around those series, those years, the caviar quilts are not super puffy, which I kind of like it because then it wouldn't show the deflated quilts over time. So it's a really nice, I just really adore this card holder. I use it a lot. I use it a ton. And the Hermes one, I got it online a couple months ago. And these card holders are actually like available all the time prior to the pandemic. They've only become more scarce or a little bit harder to get from online or from in boutique since the pandemic more recently. So, but you can still track them fairly easily. They do come up on the Hermes website quite frequently, but you do still have to track it because every time they come up, they do get sold out fairly quickly. Once in a while, they will drop like 20 of them at the same time. So you are able to find them still, just not as easy as before. They're not always available. And the Calvi card holder comes in a variety of color and leather types. I've actually wanted a bright color ones, but I just never came across one. And when I saw the gold one, I just ordered it. And, you know, it's beautiful. I do love it. It's the exact same kind of leather material to my like belt and things like that. So it's nice. It's a very simple, the one thing I really love about this card holder is the fact that it's super light. You can barely feel it in my hand. And it's also a button snap closure. So I do feel like there are similarities in that they're, you know, the size wise, I mean, the Hermes is a lot smaller, but they do both hold cards, and they both have that button snap closure. The Hermes one is obviously a lot more low-key. There's no logo or name of the brand anywhere, except if you open it here, it will say Hermes and it's made in France over here. The stamp always matches with the color of the hardware. Same thing with Chanel. So that's one easy authentication tip that you can use. The thing is, since I got it, I assumed that the Epsom leather will be very similar to my caviar. I could just like not baby it, do whatever I want with it. And the color is relatively a dark color shade, so I didn't think it would matter. But very like maybe only a few weeks after I used it, I noticed a big patch of black stain on one side of the card holder, which now it's barely visible now. I'm trying to find a spot where I can show you guys, but it's really almost gone, which is actually really, really impressive because initially, maybe I can still insert a picture somewhere. I think I left the card holder with some of the receipts, and then it rubbed against the receipt and left some really bad dark marks. I'm really trying to find a spot. It's not picking up any because the color looks beautiful on my camera at least. But there were some big black stains, stripes across one panel of the card holder. And I did everything I could, but there was no way to remove it. I used the eraser, I used the leather cleaner, I used conditioner. It was not coming off. So I kind of just like ignored it and kept using it. Now it's like it recovered itself. I think it's pretty much all gone. I don't even see it anymore. And I love how the leather is becoming a bit more shinier. When you first get the card holder, it's a bit more matte finish. And after you use it a little bit more, the oil on your hand and just the grease overall make the leather even better, which I love. Because initially, the leather, the Epsom leather felt kind of plasticky to me and then felt a little bit too processed. Just doesn't feel as natural as their kind of Togo or Clemens leather. It doesn't have that natural softness to it. But with time, I'm actually pretty happy with it. Like no complaints whatsoever. And like I said, the stain kind of just slowly removed itself as you use it, which I think maybe a little bit here if you guys can tell, but it's really difficult to see anymore. I don't even know. Honestly, I can't pick it up on which side. One side was fine and one side had some really bad marks. I will show you guys a picture of it because it was pretty bad. So now I'm happy it's gone. I've been using it with a lot of cards in it. I basically find it can hold a lot more than the Chanel one, which is a plus. And like I said, because the fact that it's so light, it's a really nice way to, I'm trying to see if I can hide my private info, but I can't find a card that doesn't have anything. So I can hold all this card and random stuff in there. No problem. It's still closed really well. And it's really slim. It's very nice and compact. It's a true card holder. You know, like it can hold all the cards. I feel like all the cards that you need. Except, again, it's difficult to find one. So that's one side of all my cards. You know, you have to really take it out and then like shuffle through them and then to be able to find the card you need. So, of course, you put the most, like, the ones that you use most often on the top. And then I usually just have my driver's license and credit card on each side and then I open. The one thing about it is that it's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess. I like the simplistic look, but there's no way to tell which side is which, you know? So you can't really know. When you open it, it's always you have no idea which side will your card be on, which is okay. But the one thing I would say from my use is I initially thought I could still use this to carry my bills and coins because in my mind it's very similar to the Bastia, but it's not because it doesn't work with your bills and coins. In case you want to try it, I'll show you guys. I have a $5 bill and some coins. I'm like, oh, it shouldn't be too hard. You can pretty much like know where the coins and bills will land. So it won't fall out per se. I don't think it will. So I've used it like this and then it just didn't work. So I give up with it. And when you open it, it's really like loose, random. And then if it's not, you can't really predict which side it's on. They fall out randomly. And then when you try to like pick out specific ones, you are gonna lose some on the floor or it's not designed to hold coins. So it's very difficult to take out what you need when you're carrying your bills and the coins. It's not like, first of all, like I said, you don't know which side you're gonna open onto. So you think you know where the coins are, but when you open, they might just be like coming out. So definitely not designed to carry loose bills and loose coins. See, like I said, you just don't know where they'll be. But it's great for cards. So I don't use cash, generally speaking. So I just use for my cart, and it's great. Because of that, I was considering adding a Calvi Duo where you have a small compartment for your bills and your coins. But some people said it really limits the number of cards you can use with it, and it's a lot more bulkier. It's harder to close when you pack it up. So I'm still debating. I might just get one to try it out. They're again a little bit harder to score as well online, but they do come up. So they're obviously a little pricier as well. In terms of price point, this one right now I believe is $435 plus tax in Canada. So it comes to close to $500, which is, you know, still pricey for something that's so little. When I first got it, it was so light. I felt like, you know, the price wasn't worth it, but I really do love the lightness, and now I'm happy with the leather as well. I was kind of not upset with the color, that it got color transfer so easily, but now, you know, since it kind of recovered itself, I think it's still worth the money. And the gold color, again, is timeless. There's no issues there. With the Caviar, definitely is heavier, like with the leather and the hardware and the lining and everything, it's a lot heavier. But it is a very easy to use piece as well. I can show you guys, like it can hold. I do use it for, well, I usually have like just one bill in the main compartment, and my main credit card is on the outside, and that's pretty much how I use it. So normally I won't have to dig into the main side. I'll just take out the credit card right here. And the snap button, never have any issue with it. You know, it's not like you have to look for it or anything. It just snaps closed. It's also fairly compact. Even if you pack it up, it does not change the shape of the wallet at all. And it's just such a beautiful classic piece. It's definitely a lot more recognizable. You can, like, you know it's Chanel. Whereas this card holder here, if you don't know the brand, you wouldn't know that it's a Hermes product. But, you know, they're both, I think for SLG, especially the ones that you intend. I mean, some people just like to collect SLG, so it's a bit different. But if you intend to buy something that you'll be using on a regular daily basis, SLG that will carry your cards and money, definitely go for something that's durable. It's not a light color because, you know, you'll be grabbing with your hand constantly. So, and now I've learned to keep your SLGs away from your receipts. Never had that issue with my Caviar because obviously if it's black, I wouldn't even see it. But now with this one here, I'm aware that there is, you know, color transfer issues. So yeah, just a quick short video. If you, oh, and in terms of pricing, this one here, it's definitely a lot pricier. I think it's pushing to 1K now. Not quite, but it's almost getting there. So these are definitely a lot pricier. They're also quite hard to get. You can ask your sales associate to put you on a list, but you can still get your hands on them. On the resale market, they also go for about $750, $800. So they're not much cheaper on the resale as well. If you have to pick one, I mean, depends on, I really think it comes down to your love for the brand. I think it's nice to have two and alternate them as you need. But, you know, I don't know. These days, I really like this light Hermes one just because it's so light to use. But I don't think I can ever let go of this one because it's just too pretty. So yeah. I don't know how I would pick. I would highly recommend both pieces for sure. And the Chanel one is obviously just, you know, Chanel. It's very Chanel, it's very classic. And I actually personally really like the version without the pocket too. So, but both are gorgeous. Yeah. Okay, I hope this is somewhat helpful. I think it's more of a focused review on the Calvi card holder, which, you know, I've used it and I do like it. I see most of the time the wear comes to this corner, these corners here. Of course, these corners here as well. But because of leather and the way they're made, they are generally fairly durable. I've seen Bastia and Calvi that's been used for quite some time, and they are still in, you know, decent condition. So I think I would be able to enjoy this piece for quite some time. Okay, thank you guys. I hope this was somewhat helpful. The kids has been sick, you know, start of new school, so that's why I'm a bit slow with my uploads, but I will try to share more content with you guys soon. And there's been a few requests to do a full collection video, and I'm hoping to do that next if I can find the time. All right, thank you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.